大家好，香港時間依家早上4:35收睇緊嘅係 Action World 世界頻道同埋 Facebook 直播嘅。今日咧，我哋咧要講嘅咧就係咧 Hot Dog Film Festival， 即係呢一個叫做紀錄片啦嚇，即係多倫多個紀錄片嘅一個每年一年一度嘅盛事啦。咁喺我隔離咧有出現過2次嘅啦，黃國才，你好啦，
大家好。
咁啊，同埋就有一出新嘅 documentary 紀錄片，就叫做 No Art Without Freedom 嘅導演
Hong Kong Mixtape。Hong
Kong Mixtape， 即係呢個係下邊嗰句係咪㗎？
下邊嗰句係 side slogan 嚟嘅。
OK。Hong Kong Mixtape.
That's just the message.
個 message 咧就係 No art without freedom。
係啦，咁就 Sansan Yap 導演，你好。
Thank you for having us.
Sansan actually speaks a little bit of Cantonese as well, right?
Very badly, thank you.
Very badly.
For being kind.
Okay. But you lived in Hong Kong for a few years, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm from Hong Kong, but of course, some of us are more from the international school background, and unfortunately, I failed my language skills.
But well, Hong Kong is full of diversity. The old Hong Kong, whether you can speak English, French, Cantonese, Mandarin, doesn't matter. But now you need to polish up your Mandarin.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. To survive, so to speak. Now I'm going to do it in both Cantonese and English, just because our audience, some of them, they like the Cantonese tone, the language itself. But Hong Kong Mixtape, that's the title of the documentary. Why was it called Mixtape? What does that mean?
Because we had the privilege of filming amazing artists and creatives from all kinds of different disciplines. And all together, they seemed to be working in a collaborative way.
Yeah.
So basically, we had dancers who were talking about the same issue as an illustrator, as a rapper. And so it formed a very amazing collage, a community project almost. So if you walk down the street in 2019, you might see a tunnel. And within that tunnel, there's a whole mix of everything. It might be music, it might be posters. And so for us, it felt like it reflected that kind of mosaic.
Right. I remember actually seeing Wang Guochai back in 2014 during the Occupy Central movement. He was acting in a different way. You were in more like in a cell. You put yourself in a jail, right? A mobile jail.
No,
of sorts.
2014, I was doing the traditional civil disobedience and art performance.
Yeah.
I actually had a few projects. Yeah. In the beginning, I participated in the roving school. So I built a kind of mobile platform to teach students because they were boycotting the school.
Okay.
And then and also I had other projects at the Occupy Zone in Admiralty.
Yeah. Okay. And you are one of the 4 characters in the documentary.
Yes, there's some that are slightly more expanded in the film, and that's what Casey is definitely our one of our main contributors.
Okay.
Collaborators.
套戲其實係2019年嘅時候啊。It's like 2019. It covers 2019 to 2021. Right? Yeah. So it was shot during this period. 跟住就裏邊有唔同嘅藝術家團隊啊咁樣樣。
Okay. Hong Kong Mixtape 不如我哋用廣東話講，點解叫 Mixtape？
呢個團隊都係呢個 Lady Liberty 團隊都係其中一個部分嚟嘅。
佢哋而家喺日本啊。Lady Liberty 其中一位
係啊，派佢出嚟做代表。
Okay. Well, regarding filming this documentary, you started in 2019 until just recently, because the diaspora community is spread globally, right?
Of course, for a lot of people, I'm sure they know that period was when people were making some very big choices. So it's when we saw, for instance, the national security law coming in and how that might be utilized. That was becoming clear at that point. Also, the exodus then followed. So we saw a lot of people obviously coming over to Canada, UK, all sorts of countries.
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
I went to Taiwan.
Taiwan, yeah,
Exactly.
quite a few, yeah.
A lot. And then obviously since then we saw some incredible examples of crackdown at the same time. So it was a very dramatic period, I think, for a lot of people.
Where are you based now?
So I'm all over, but mostly the UK.
Okay.
And that's just, it would be nice to think that we could all be
hanging out at FCC, for instance.
Hanging out, well, maybe not FCC, but just anywhere.
Yeah.
But no offense to FCC, but but it would be nice to think that people could return. But obviously, for some people, that is not an option.
Now, you as the director of the film, have you thought about going back, or after you put this, took this project, so to speak, have you ever considered not going back, or you still don't think is an issue?
It's of course an issue, and I think everybody involved in any project at the moment has to do some sort of risk assessment.
Yeah.
And that's a very personal issue. So it's to do with what you feel you're comfortable with and what your life can do. So of course, I mean, it's completely, it would be ludicrous to think that you could do a project that is supportive of what people are calling very pro-democratic work, and what could be labeled as inciting or glorifying or what have you. Obviously, that's not the intention of the artist, but that is obviously where we are.
Yeah.
So it's an obvious thing that many people can't.
I asked Zhao Gunwei, Kiwi Child, yesterday. He was live on my show, actually. He's having a tour for his new movie. Of course, it's based still in Hong Kong, and the last critically acclaimed documentary, of course, is Sida Gaming, right? Revolution of Our Times.
Yeah.
Got very good review, and he still considers Hong Kong as the base. Of course, there's risk involved. It's something that's quite unknown, the risk itself, because since the enactment of the national security law, Hong Kong has an extreme makeover. Nobody knows.
但係我覺得呢套片咧，佢同譬如時代革命啊，或者其他關於呢種政治抗爭嘅電影有一啲唔同，就係個唔同嘅地方咧，就係嗰個導演嘅角度，佢講故事嘅角度，即係裏邊佢就當然有經歷翻2019至2021年之間嘅香港嘅政治事件啊，唔同嘅反抗啊，但係佢比較集中翻由佢自己個人嗰個經歷啊，作為一個喺香港長大嘅混血兒，關於呢一種身份嘅找尋，即係 search of identity，從呢個咁嘅 narrative 咧，即係講故事嘅方式開始嘅，然後就裏邊有唔同嘅人物啦，就但係全部都係藝術家嚟喎。係。咁變咗，其實佢一套咧，如果可以咁講，係一套係藝術家嘅電影。但係呢啲藝術家點樣喺呢個咁大嘅政治風暴裏邊咧，去發揮翻佢哋自己嘅創意啊，同埋佢哋嘅對呢個時代嘅責任啊。咁佢同一般嗰啲片有啲唔同，因為一般嘅片咧就係好多時係關於抗爭者，即係喺條街度嘅抗爭者。咁佢裏邊
你都係喺條街度喎。
係，但係我係喺條街度做緊藝術作品。係透過做藝術作品去抗爭，其實包括個導演都係㗎。Sansan actually in a way is making art on the streets. Okay, so it's a form of resistance.
Yeah.
So it's like within this topic of protest, there's another layers of topic to be explored, such as creativity.
Is this your first documentary related to Hong Kong?
No. So I've been making films, but obviously not feature-length ones. So we've been doing. So it might be for an Al Jazeera program or more current affairs. So we've been, so you'll be running around something that's happening, whether it's 2019 protests or before.
Like Occupy Central, Umbrella Movement.
So I made a film before about various movements from whether that's 2015, 2016, 2019.
The fishbowl revolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but what happened is when you're filming something that's happening, those events are incredibly dramatic. But actually, there's a power in the culture, and small acts that we were witnessing on camera were just incredibly powerful. And so, for instance, okay, you have the fishbowl revolution, but also I remember the night after the fishbowl revolution, the first thing in the morning, I was on the street and somebody had put up, who I won't say exactly who, but they know who they are. They put up a big graffiti, and it was a joke about people saying that the protesters had been doing XYZ, and the meme had come up overnight immediately in this big graffiti piece. And it was just amazing that it can happen from the night before, and then first thing in the morning, it's already up, it's done. And that piece was not the work of just one person. Someone designed it. Somebody, had to actually take it out, do the stencils, get it up there, and then they were photographing already before the morning had turned. Those small acts have immense power.
所以我覺得嗰個電影裏邊咧，佢裏邊牽涉到好多係關於點樣去透過藝術去進行一種公民嘅表達佢嘅聲音啊，或者去反抗呢個暴政啊嘅 which is 其他嗰啲電影咧冇咁多去講嘅。
呢出唔會喺香港播放。You try not to bring this film to Hong Kong.
I would love.
We wish.
Why not? Like 10 years, it was shown in Hong Kong and win the best picture, right? 香港電影節。
係啊。
Well, with NSL, you never know, right? I mean, these are like recorded in history, so you're not inciting anything, but you can try, right?
I mean, it's not for me to edit, every single word to try and guess what is and what isn't beyond the red line. You just try and honor what people are trying to say and what the work is trying to say. And if that, for instance, has a banned phrase in it, then I'm not going to edit it out because that's the work that was made.
但係我覺得係好有 point 嘅佢講嗰樣嘢 because like what we are doing
drawing a red line.
It's normal.
Who knows? Right?
Supposed to be normal documentary, right? But now because of this political deterioration, it becomes abnormal. It becomes even illegal. So crazy.
Well, the government says tell good Hong Kong story, right? 講好香港故事. This is good Hong Kong story.
This is a very Hong Kong story, and I, for instance, think it's very good.
Of course, yeah.
Hello, Hong Kong. Happy Hong Kong.
Yeah. I think you never know.
But I mean, but in all honesty, though, whether or not we can guess about where the red lines and how far we are definitely beyond, I would assume, far beyond. But if you want to guess, this is amazing Hong Kong creativity that has always existed.
See, all these are very inspirational. Add oil, Toronto, Hong Kong lovers. Add oil, 即係加油啦，加油. So it's all good, right?
But I mean, come on, we've had the most amazing writers, singers, dancers. All of these people need to express their voices, and you can't bring policy and umbrella it on the top of people's creativity all of a sudden and say, well, this is this year, and you cannot do this. Of course, I mean, you're an artist. What you do is central to your being, right?
Yeah, I think now in retrospect, I remember one of the points regarding the movie that you try to make is when to stop. So a lot of people don't realize the problem of making a documentary about political events because it never ends. and then like do you come across this kind of feeling?
I think we wanted to make a film that was forward facing because it's like the problem with the current affairs films that we were doing before is that they're very dated, right? They are specifically about, well, you're going to capture this incredible historic event and then soon another one will happen. Whereas this is about the spirit and how
Yeah.
people move forward. And
Yeah.
so that's what we wanted to
Okay.
try and achieve.
Now, regarding the Toronto Film Festival, you will have 2 showings this week. When is it?
Yeah, so it's May the 1st in TIFF Lightbox, Bell Lightbox Cinema, and then on May the 5th, which is also just in Toronto in the Scotiabank Theatre. So yeah, any Toronto people come.
Downtown, right?
Downtown
Both
Toronto,
downtown?
yes. Yeah, please come and join us.
And then after the screening, you and I will be on stage, right?
Both days we'll be there.
Yeah， 我仲帶咗呢個手風琴，就會演奏呢個香港嘅國歌咧，喺個台嗰度嘅。如果大家想聽咧，可以嚟睇下，支持下。
幾點啊？1號同5號。
What time is it supposedly?
So if the film starts at 9:15, I think that by the time we're doing the Q&A, it's going to be midnight. So
Wow,
we'll all have to go and have a drink afterwards. And,
Okay, 9:15.
And
Yeah, Monday, right?
Yeah.
9:50 Monday, and then 8:30 on May the 5th.
Okay.
But all the details are on the hot dogs.
Okay. Now for 9:15, which movie theater again?
That's the TIFF Bell Lightbox.
Where is that?
That is downtown Toronto, and I can't remember the street because obviously I am not.
TIFF BELL。
Okay.
We can put a link in.
係啊。
Yeah. Definitely. 咁啊喺多倫多嘅朋友啦，如果就係即係呢個 Hot Dog Festival Film Festival， 咁啊如果有興趣去睇啦，咁就禮拜一晚5月1號、5月5號就係都係晚黑，咁就可以睇呢出戲啦。咁最後咧都想問下阿導演啦，珊珊 ，Isn't it kind of sad you produce a documentary of the so-called artists in exile, and then they're not, all of them are not in Hong Kong anymore, right? They are all in exile.
No. So everybody makes their own choices, and some are still in Hong Kong.
Oh, some are still in Hong Kong.
But obviously we have to. So some not all of our artists are very overt.
Yeah.
Some of them are just trying to sing, and so perhaps maybe the ones, I can't speak for them, but perhaps maybe the ones that stay are being more circumspect with what they do. But no, it's just a personal choice that you have to make, and you know, it's an incredible privilege to have been allowed. Like, for you know, we filmed your leaving home. We filmed other people's leaving. This is an incredible period of people's lives that you know is never going to happen again.
Well, I hope we have the hot dog documentary in Hong Kong. You know, soon. I mean, if not next year, but when Hong Kong goes back to normalcy.
No, so my friend was joking. She said, "You have to bring it on a USB stick," and I was like, "No, no. Hopefully, we can do better than that."
我覺得藝術電影咧係好重要，因為佢將當時嘅時空咧同埋人性嘅精神咧，即係喺一個電影嗰度保存住。如果你問翻我，而家過咗幾年之後，我嗰個諗法同之前咧已經唔係一樣嘅。咁所以根本就冇得去假裝翻當時嘅時間啦。
嗱，你就係行為藝術家啦，另外嗰3位有個係 rapper，
係
即係 rap 歌嗰啲 rapper，
係啊 rap 歌寫 rap 歌嘅女仔嚟嘅。
另外嗰2位咧，
另外嗰2位有個係都係視覺藝術家，跟住仲有呢個香港女神團隊啦，佢哋好多人嘅。
好，咁啊希望你哋
仲有係一個係畫呢個手繪嘅漫畫。
有邊個係香港
㗎？好似唔係好多，大部分都已經離開咗香港㗎啦。
Yeah. Well, maybe in a year's time we can do documentary on YouTubers, you know, or influencers.
That's it. We'll do it.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can show that. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
But I mean, genuinely, we're really excited to show it, and it's been my honor to be able to showcase. And like Casey was saying, people have expressed what they feel, their emotional moments.
Yeah. I'll give my comments after I watch the documentary yeah, if I have a chance to see it.
Sure.
Your review, please.
Yes.唔該晒 ，thank you so much.
Thank you.
拜拜，香港加油，
香港加油。
多倫多加油。